So we're going to be looking at some pretty hilarious clips here of Jesse Lee Peterson. Jesse Lee Peterson is somebody who is, a black guy who is not just far right-wing lunatic, but he's also like basically a Trumpian type guy. He says Trump is the great white hope, etc., etc. You guys know all of the great memes that we have been graced with because of Jesse Lee Peterson. We've got Amazing, we've got Children of the Lie, we've got Beta. I mean, we've got truly a lot of memes, but I think the best way to honestly describe this guy, and a lot of people have used this, they basically say he's the real life Uncle Ruckus, which is, it's pretty true because, Uncle Ruckus is basically a dude who's like, I guess he believed like re-vitiligo or something, which is like, and he was like, felt like Michael Jackson was lucky that he had his skin turn white or whatever. Anyways, the point of this video is I am officially convinced, okay, that Jesse Lee Peterson legitimately believes that he is white. I am no longer convinced that he thinks that he is black, and I'm not going to assert this without any evidence. I'm going to show you the evidence, and it will be so damning that you will not be able to disagree with me. I promise you that, okay? But he... It's so funny, man. So I kept getting recommended these videos that would be like Jesse Lee Peterson's stupid moments or something like that. And so I finally clicked on it, and the stuff that I saw was just way too funny. And I'm now convinced that he is the real life Clayton Bigsby. I'm serious. I'm very convinced. So first we're going to look at this clip, and it's going to be a slew of different clips, a couple of different people. And he's going to continuously say the phrase "you people," and he's also going to go into some really like crazy depth in going after black people. And this first one we're going to look at is going to be the first person in this clip we're going to see is like, I guess, a dude who has a PhD and he's a professor at a university. I forget which one, but it's going to get really dark really fast. And also there's going to be some lisping in there. So check it out.
With me, Charles H.F. Davis. He is an assistant professor at USC and chief strategy officer at USC Race and Equality Center. And so I wanted to talk to Charles. He's here in the studio. Thank you for coming in, man.
Thanks for having me, Jesse. I appreciate it.
And the beauty about it that you're black and you made it on time.
I did.
Most blacks are late.
Well, not all of us, but,
Yeah.
it's a cultural thing. Sometimes we just got to make people wait.
Isn't that amazing? It's just, but I'm glad you made it. On your website, you have the hashtags. Hashtag Black Lives Matter, Free Palestine, Free the People, and No DAPL.
I do.
And why don't you have hashtag Free the Jews?
Well, I guess we could talk about that in a particular context, and I think we have to think about what Jews we're talking about.
Amazing. Do you believe in God?
Well, who's God?
Do you believe in God?
Who's God, Jesse?
I'm asking you a simple question. Yes
it's not
or no?
a simple question. Who's God?
Yes or no?
I said I believe in a higher power.
What is a higher power? What is a higher power?
There is something else governing the way that we engage in this universe.
Amazing. Do you realize that blacks are... No one like black people. The Mexicans don't like them. The Hispanics don't like them. The whites don't like them. Good black people don't like them.
Exactly.
The Asians don't like because you guys are so violent and complaining.
Jesse, you black. Jesse, you're black.
No. How do you feel with the one black president you people had that he turned
Who's
America?
you people, Jesse? Ain't
the
you?
blacks.
Again, are you not black?
He turned...
That we're in Charlottesville twice
Why you
with
keep
tiki
pointing
torches.
out the white people?
Because you keep talking about only black people. That's my point.
Because I'm black.
Yes.
And I'm trying to help you people wake up.
No. See, you just said, you people.
Right.
You said, I'm black, but I want to help you people wake up.
Right.
Aren't you black too?
But why don't you people create your own job?
Who's you people?
The black men. Instead of begging,
you a black man?
If you believe that the white
Hold on,
man...
Jesse, are you a black man?
Yeah, but I'm not a
Okay,
part
because you
of...
said you... What do you mean you're not a part of it?
I'm not a part of that black, helpless... How do you people ever plan to get ahead...
You people?
Meaning black people. How do
Okay,
you
us
ever,
people, you mean? Because you black too.
how do you ever plan to get ahead in life?
You really said you
He
people.
said you people. That's what he said. You
No,
people.
wait a minute.
Us.
Okay, all right.
Us people.
Okay,
Wouldn't it be something if he undressed and it was Trump under this?
I told you this show was going to be huge.
Amazing.
He's already
No.
incapacitated.
No, when they went up to him and said, "Hey, put your hands behind your back," and they were trying to arrest him, and he fought and fought, refusing to be handcuffed, they had to get him and take him down. Had not he done that, would the situation turn out the way it did?
So
yes or
is
no
there
to that question?
They were at fault.
No.
That's the answer.
Was he at fault for resisting the handcuffs?
Again, how can he be resisting
If he
can't breathe?
If breath can't come out your lungs.
Damn, so that's pretty crazy, dude. First of all, I want to say the guy clearly has this super lisp where he can't say things, and I'm genuinely I don't know how to go about this because it's very clear that Jesse Lee Peterson, he's not all there, and so it's kind of, messed up to make fun of him, but, we don't know that he's not all there, you know what I'm saying? But he has a lot of those things where he says, higher power, because he can't say higher power, and I think in his debate that he had with Destiny, they brought up the issue of abortion, and he couldn't say the word. He goes, abortion. It's like, oh, man. That's tough. But anyways, let's gloss over that. But did you see how crazy that got? First of all, there's that stereotype that he perpetuates that he himself, says he embodies, is that, black people are late. So remember when he was doing his interview with David Pakman, he was like, I'm black and I'm slow. And he also said, sorry we're late, but we're black and, black people are late. So he's like a self-hater. He's somebody who perpetuates these stereotypes against himself. And as you saw in the beginning there, he goes, it's okay, because black people are late. And you can tell, like, the professor's like, damn, dog, like, you really went there? You could tell that he's like, yo, dog, what are you doing? But he didn't say anything. I don't know why it didn't really register, but you could tell that he was like, oh, shit, like, you really went there. But the craziest part of that is where he just goes on a tirade where he goes, the Mexicans don't like him, the white people don't like him, the good black people don't like him. So he's just straight up just, like, completely just being against the black race and black people in the United States, basically, is what that is. He's just going on and he's just saying crazy stuff. That is some serious next level self-hatred, dude. Like, that is insane levels. I've legitimately never seen that my entire life. And he also continuously uses the phrase, you people, which shows that what he's really saying is he's not associating himself with black people, and so he instead says you people when he's speaking to black people about black people. And then the professor's like, he's like, Jesse, you're black. And then the other clips that come up, they also go like, dude, you're black too, so why do you keep saying you people? Why do you keep saying, you guys or these people or black people when you're black and you're clearly just completely just defecating on black people in a crazy fucked up way. But that's why I say this guy is a real life Clayton Bigsby as well as a real life Uncle Ruckus. You couldn't make a better real life prototype of Uncle Ruckus. Impossible. And this one happened naturally. It wasn't like Dr. Zro went in his lab and fucking made one. But anyways, we got more to look at here. So I told you the evidence is going to be surmountable. You can't deny it after watching this. Now this one is going to be, he had Phil from the Advise Show on. I've known about his channel for a long time now. And they're going to be debating, and Jesse Lee Peterson is basically going to continue doing what he does. Check it out.
No,
you're not. You're blaming the white man don't give you work.
What
You're saying the white man won't give you a job.
I said promote jobs. I didn't say give me a job. I believe in doing for yourself. I believe in creating your own businesses.
Why
That's
do you
what
need
I
the white man to promote jobs? Why don't you promote them? What's different about the white man than you?
Oh, let's see. He stole everything he has. He got 246
What has
years.
he stolen from you?
Free labor from black people.
What has
black
he
people
stolen
built
from
this
black
country.
people today?
Oh, he stole our culture. He stole our language. He stole our heritage. He stole our labor. He and our children, our babies, our women, our men. Do we need to continue? Stole inventions that we couldn't patent because they created a patent office.
What's your language that they stole?
The different African dialects they stole. We didn't come here speaking English.
But white people speak English. They don't speak African dialect.
So,
They hate that mess.
when we came off the ships, we didn't speak English, so you stole our language.
What do you mean they stole it?
They wouldn't allow you to speak it, and they'll beat the hell out of you or kill you.
So you
stole
came
it.
off the ship speaking black stuff?
What is black stuff? It's African language.
Yeah, you came off the ship speaking that.
My ancestors did.
What's preventing you from speaking it now? All you do, go learn it and speak it. No one cares.
What's preventing me from speaking it now? Because number one, we lived in a colonized society. We speak a colonized language, and so unfortunately, we have to teach our children English.
You know, why is it that black men such as yourself don't feel embarrassed publicly complaining about white men and how they're holding you back? And you got all these excuses. Normal men don't have excuses.
That's funny, normal men. I would love to hear your explanation of normal men. But the thing is this.
Men who are not like women.
We should be embarrassed about, Jesse, is calling Donald Trump the great white hope. What you should be embarrassed about
Why should I be embarrassed by that?
Asking a black man, do you love white people only and no other group of people? I can understand if the question would have been, hey, you love, everybody throughout the world. You love all, mankind. I don't understand the question, but you always home on that. White people, white people, white people. Do you believe racism?
No, it doesn't exist. It's a made up lie.
Really?
It has never existed. And you hear this coming from a guy who, I grew up in Alabama. I grew up under the Jim Crow laws. And during those days, black men and women were not women and whining and begging because they were truly children of God for the most part. And they knew that it was good and evil, and that there were good white people and bad white people, good black people and bad black people. And the Jim Crow law was a government law created by the Democrats. It wasn't all white people. It's only lately that black men been acting like women, complaining about the white man.
Well, why did you tell that liberal white woman that got in your face that she was a...
All right, so again, dude, just more of the same stuff. Did you hear him say that black stuff? Like, he clearly has no, he doesn't care about his, origins as a black person or any of that kind of stuff. And so what Phil from the Advice Show was trying to say is like, in America, they did that to a lot of other groups, like Native Americans, for example, they did that to them as well. Where basically they forced you to speak English, and if you didn't, there were severe repercussions that you faced for not doing that and not assimilating. And so what he's saying is, we had our language stolen from us. And Jesse Lee Peterson's response is like, well, why don't you just speak that black stuff? It's just, dude, you couldn't make a better, stereotype of Uncle Ruckus in real life. It's impossible. You couldn't make a better prototype in real life possible. And then he keeps on saying you people and normal men, and it's absolute insanity, dude. And I think Phil has been on his show like a bunch of times. I think he probably does it for fun, but he did that thing for like a long time on the anytime he has a guest on who's black, and it doesn't even have to, they don't even have to be black. I mean, remember when David Pakman was on, and I think even when Kyle was on, he was trying to like just get into like shit on black people. But anyways, totally accurate representation of him is he thinks that he's a white man, no doubt. And then also he certainly is a perfect prototype of a real life Uncle Ruckus. So I think that's the best nickname for Jesse is a real life Uncle Ruckus.